channel 360 so ewo DSTV sanso na Facebook live oko Facebook UTV Ghana obetimi ahwe yen afiri na YouTube so obetimi ahwe yen nwumako bi adaro mo maso yasene ama ye de nwumre kase boyi eba this way chocolate drink de onya ye ensuo hye tie nwumre no nsia abo apamu enti wuhia se obedidi wunya this way na sa ubobia kama ebia na apebrodo kakra bi de aboso eno ano no why okay obetimi ada fine Ghana koko na ye de aye ye was special ice mineral water nsu kroje a obia enom sese de no a na obia enom nsu a wonum ahu sampa wanom ensuo kama pa ye was special drinks I no so ye anonom de eya na wapebi e wo fie enkwada no kosko a fa bi sha omo bag ho no so eboa ye wo best point savings and loans best assurance and best pension wo mo nyina na aso yasene ama ye de anwumre kasebo e de ebremo ye nhwe de edimo akotene ebia nyame adom a wo chena na Supreme Court atemuo fo omo tena se na petitioner enkane mampanyi John Dramani Mahama edeba ye no ebehwe na ensem makomako enum a ekokoto atemuafo ye nim no hwe na yebua
sanso na auditor general share adwuma se nanso nsem bi ekose onokwa no sa onye Ghana ni ba
appointment committee womo say Ghana mampanyi enipa wobo wonum di se omo beboa no ama no ebu o manyi emfie 90 no emudum yensa de womo kire se mampanyi womo enhwe enye adu
sanso na akọ mrahye bedwam so am de atudwa se covid vaccine ababedu o my Ghana mpimsia na parliament no obehia na omo so omo awo sa empane no ebi
afa ye beko amanhodo so ensemu na Rwanda ye ka sei afa na omo so wonum ensa aka omo vaccine a womo ehwe na omanfo esese womo wobi no wonum awo
ya de ensemu ye bremu Anim Addo meniminu aba
Akosua Sarpong afa kasebo no emu ensem enie Supreme Court nyame adom a wo chena ya wada match da etoso enan na wonum ebehwe se atemuo wode ebeba ni nyina ayenka ne mampanyi John Dramani Mahama bra ye kokoto aba afimpinu ne aduono December da etoso enson ekopiem se eto aba ne wieye na abato commission de betu dwase na Addo danko Akufo Addo wadi enkunim enso enka ne mampanyi John Dramani Mahama kire se de ade no esitie no wo mo bu o mo nkonta no a emma esese wonya na yehwe wo hamu nchichemu na wodidi nkunim no wanya enti nko wo court no sha abato komisa na wonhwema yento abano foforo sansem yi na akwakopie mu a wonum adi a emu nsem de ye nyina ye asomsem ye hunu bi nso esanse oyi ewo TV so ema ye nyina ye hwe na nyame adom a wo chena na empanifo kwotena se na ensem ahodo enum ekoto edwanom womo ebua ehu eno nam so ama Ghana Journalists Association GJ president ye Ora Roland Alfemoni wode atu edwase obesense ntwerofo kra no womo ne nsentwerofo akasa se asem yi bayi se de obi aka se yenhwe ya no yie ensentwerofo ebinom na afei ekwan ya na radio stations ni TV stations makwan ma nkrofo betena se no mo be nsem be kana hwe yi a na akwakofa amane bi aba no yenhwe se yebema enuoma atimi ayeboko na asomdwe aba enu nti o se waka kire nsentwerofo nyina se ensem no se de court be kana no yenka ne sa pepepe me yemfa bi ntata ho
na ye ko ahomaso na ye ni mranim ni anidin ede John Dakon akasa oye checheni ewo eye gimpa ebi amokire emra ho ensem na ensem ababeda edwase eye auditor general Ora Domelevo no ensem bi akwa akopiem kra se san ono no enya ade a ofiri oman Ghana mu na wei ene ye ko ahomaso ne lawyer ko bisa ne se hwan ene ye Ghana ni na mraben ene te achi so bi ye Ghana ni na se udi dibia bi eso te se auditor general ebreben na ebede na di se onyo man ne ba lawyer otimen kan mo adwo eba UTV so anwumre hello Mejidi se lawyer etimen kan ye siensa be kanana ensema ekoso auditor general Ora Domelevo okolive na ebeye wotwotwe kakra na okona homegim na edubre o se ohye afi yenkwa homa no so na ebusafo yento ense so lawyer wotimen kan mo adwo eba UTV so anwumre
Mini amejesu mechia no etefo na
Mpacho bi aboko de.
Yesu adom gidi se won so ne obi ahoye.
Mpacho bi ahoye. Lawyer we de di kan bi sa say Ghana amamra no si ebisem a hwan na ye Ghana ni.
Yo me da seminia. Question I say o man we busa. Ba baby e ba no. I was see Akosua ni chem se de be ya obia bitini ate no ho ase.
Okay.
Mra ye de kire obia o ye Ghana ni we constitution issue ha the Federal Citizenship Act no mra ye nyina na ye the year 2000 Act 591 I know and a kire obia o ye Ghana ni na ohima ye wo mu before 6 March 1957 the emom ye Ghana for umwa ye mu born after 6 March 1957 but before 22nd August 1969 and ye mu so ye mu on or after 22nd August 1969 almost so the equity 79 there and the 92 there the womb sa emra see mu nyina and say the case will be a Ghana near you be a ne mame ana ne papa ana se ne nana emu bi efri Ghana and nti se me am rohi se me papa enye Ghana ni me mum me mame eye Ghana ni a ebitia se na se wo me fancy wo me 1979 and then she said so long as na me parents na ba ko eye Ghana ni ana se na me nana ebi ye Ghana ni ne de me susu me Ghana ni a very elaborate provision it's ubia or ye Ghana ni and then ye share that over at the asema working or see a one on 1961
yeah
say between 61 and 60 years he's within section 4 of the Nationality Act at 591 the Citizenship Act and that law is very clear. It says that a person born on or after 6 March 1957 and before 22nd August 1969 is a citizen of Ghana. If one of the parents, at least one of the parents one of the grandparents was born in Ghana.
Okay.
So what we say, Nina Nabi and Nasa Mani be a Ghana need dear. Okay.
Lawyer Matua said that yen show ye wo adwuma kuo ni omomudi ano akese we say auditor general ye kan enye adwuma eso ana say the biwa eso o man Ghana mu chief justice mo ni nkan no ade otum say president ni ade enwuma position e okura o man mu eso eno so no emra bi deda ho say wo ye Ghana ni kura na say wonye Ghana ni 100% a emra bi deda ho asa wo ye fan untumi medi saa tumi na saa de bio no
constitution again now section 16 of the Citizenship Act extreme dual citizenship so who Ghana citizenship now or American citizenship for no to me a multi and the law no listed a Juma Akesi no a chief justice, ambassador or high commissioner, secretary to cabinet, chief of defense staff, inspector general, commissioner custom, director of immigration, commissioner VAT, director general prison, chief fire officer, chief director of a ministry, and then the rank of a colonel in the army. Okay, and of course the last one, any other public officer, the minister by legislative instrument may prescribe. That particular last one, in the case of asylum and attorney general, the court, like I said, and yet the last one I say that any other public officer, the minister may by legislative instrument, the court has struck it down as violating the constitution. And it's clearly these are the only listed positions that say we are Ghana now say citizenship of another country won't be hold.
Enti na auditor general dia ba beda hoi we dia mbise wa adwen kire tew na ye twa so ye mra no ene se de wa kire kire mu no se mranim ni yakase ka ho asema de na beka we san se pani bi professor Ajimandu achese anya brewe na ka wo se yakasa asem we also yesi chewadwa fa ne se
me sir ma hu letter mo dia ma no any response na me first two documents na sir the response any letter na editor general dia ma na say if I have to err, I will err on the side of the Auditor General because what she say at least ne papa if we Ghana or see free
minimum
and you will know 1961 which falls within section 4 of the 591.
Okay.
You said ne papa if a Ghana need dia now or not so a Ghana near at least sir to me na a position here listed so who could draw citizenship to me hold you know Auditor General enka ho but clearly we can say or not there since he to acquire Ghana's passport maybe he's elected to be a fully fledged Ghanaian me or no I say or can't say the tribe was trying to release you know there was a mistake maybe some news so until he didn't understand some of reasons but I can say without any fear of contradictions I said the papa Ghana ni or Senator Papa Dadia and you know a Ghana with the Auditor General position na ye
lawyer better say you may do see every seven to be near ever sign about was we lawyer John Darko any networking komo efa Auditor General Hunsema aba bi say oye Ghana ni bi say onye Ghana ni e sabre ye twen asere any abasa no
yet wa kase bono eso yet wa so e dia na so manfo de wani e dia kira epiem se nyame adom se vaccines yi ba ye nkrofo e wa epanifo ahodo bebre e na wo monkasa esimu pampan na o makọ na yawo wonom ede enipa a wono so akwakogene de eye mamije na dokwe mensa wono e na ye chairperson abato commission na wo kono na bedia kirefo mienu Dr. Bosman Erica Sare e na Owura Samuel Tete a wo nyina no ene no ye adwuma afa adwuma fo mpanimfo no mo de dada no mo nyina ka ho e mo kopie mu adabraka polyclinic e won Kramantem a na owie ye no one nsentwerefo ekasa ye yenhwe sede osi ede nsem no etu eja
and surprised as well because well I was amused and surprised because of course as you see this is the first time I'm taking the vaccine but I believe that people are entitled to their opinion and if you look at the photograph clearly you see that it's not me and here I am today taking my vaccine for the first time. Well, I think it was a usual, experience one would have when you take an injection. It was not a painful, of course you feel the prick, but once the needle goes in, you don't feel any more pain. And so I think it's been a worthwhile endeavor. I think the government has to be commended for this effort. It makes us feel very secure and safe. It gives you, of course, this is not to say that we should let our guard down, but at least you feel that, there's been some buffer and some security, and you can move around with a little more confidence. Of course, still with our masks on and our sanitizers and our alcohol with us everywhere we go. I think I'd like to encourage, members of the society to take advantage of this vaccine. I think, that like all other vaccines, it has its positives, and the positives far outweigh any negatives. And so I like to encourage members of the society to take advantage and to get vaccinated. This is a very good initiative and we should take advantage of it. Not many countries are benefiting from the vaccine, I think.
Yetwaso ana yeko Supreme Court asema nyame adom akina atemuafo no ebetena se na afia omde ano yi ebema omai Ghana nyina na 2020 abato omai Ghana ekomu no omo mugina so nkwa kopre omampani dibe no myenipa makomako edumie no na emudu no ede nsentwofo nhyem bi aba be ka kire omai Ghana manyina asre enipa mienu ekopie mu asendi bia ne se Supreme Court ede ano yi ba de ebeko bia no se tiawo se tese yanyintum isanse yepa omai no asomdwe
yenim se ansemo a Supreme Court Justice Omodeba. Na ne yetoto di asre Ghana for ne se. Emfa ho ne babia asemo mbeka. Ya de mra ana ye adwuma. sa democracy anasa dodo amanyosemi eye nidi a ye de ma nipa enkwa ene ona brabo ana anidi a ye de ma emra se yentimi amfa nidi ama emra emma dodo amayosem no enkoso tine ka ne se sene a ye sha ase na ye bobo electoral commission abobo aba no na se mentimi ho ase bi ba na dededede ayedi ano twumu a emma ye wura mahama de koda Supreme Court no ye jimra na akasa emra ba ye hu sa asumdua ba eni ntine se Supreme Court fo ne ba no mo do ma no yie ebe mo ma mo ne nyina emra na aso na wo se yegina se ne be ye de asumdua be de ebeba se ne amamu no asam no wo Supreme Court a ekoso a obi ekoso ye na adwuma mo be ye ekoso ne ye adwuma fo obi di asam koda Supreme Court na eba eko manu anko amanu emra na akasa mom yankoso ni adwuma yekoso ye adwuma na nsa bekoya no ane na mesere ga na force ane ne aja ye ndwene ho ane na beboa ye tichu
afe yenko asante mantemu anase menka Greater Kumasi ene ese abaye Ghana Health Service adwumayefo mo wo asante mantemu kire se na wotwe mienu a edi yentami se yenim se vaccines no ye de bi akwakopiem wo ho se ye ka mensinima akomako edu ensia na wo mo de ne ye kyeche wo ho na se de ya hyehye no no wo mo so betimi awobie enti wo mo se ye ka na wotwe mienu a edi yanimu yi wo mo bewie no na enipa be se empem wo ha ene aduokno ekọ empem ahanu ene wo betimi awo sa vaccines bi Ghana Health Service asante mantemu enkrabata no echiremu a enipa beyese empem wo ha aduokno ede ko empem ahanu enna edura ye wo ede akwanti COVID-19 yi dodo na no wo bewo ewo Greater Kumasi ene oboase UTV nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ne asante mantemu kwankyerɛfoɔ penina woda apomodin enwuma no ano Dr. Emmanuel Tenkran edi nkomo ema wo kyerɛ sɛ mantam no sesiye wɔnom nsa aka eduro no 150,000 ya wode ebewo omanfo ewo ayaresabia hodoɔ aban yaresabia ne ankrankra yaresabia no so wa rehemu se ebeboa ama bibia akokama kama eto aso echiremu se abatan wo mankwada nofo betimi awobi ya enye wo no mo hwe
is expected say ebema between 150 to 200,000 people ewo ha na ya chichemu ye wo 112 teams yede enroi ebema no most of our hospitals ni na some health centers both private and public inti ya yen hye say yede bribi ato WhatsApp platform no so ye share say obi abehu district na ye involve no and hospitals ye mass vaccination bi wo say de be ya obetimi akọ na say wo a ye eligible say ss de ma wa na ye de amount lactating mothers betimi obi apem for no nya say bia ye ntimi mfa mo Nemra obroni kan ye tra no obi awunya pemfo bebre mfa omo hu nsunsanso no enti ye bedi kan e de ama omo a ehuhia se de be ma omo na kire no ye koso no ye hwehwemu no ne ebehu se ye de ma apemfo a ye na ye de be ma apemfo nso a na ye de ama omo
openina woda Ghana a Dr. Fonkabomuku ano Dr. Frank Ankobia ekasa ye
Ghana Medical Association de be kan se ye ni age papa this is one of the times yeni age ewa adwuma ayeyemu because now ye kwa adwuma ayem hihie ne ade a ye de kɔ no ebekɔ fam because vaccines ya ba ebeboa yen na mesre Ghana fo ensema nkrofo bebre kan nyina ye bosremu ka enya de a eye nokure se vaccine ade a ye se wo bi a wo a na wo ho adwodwo ana wo a na wadane se bobawo wo no aye bia enkaye megina ha no pay emeye se ye bepe bia wo ne ye ne Ghana fo so akasa o mampanya demonstrate se vaccine ye safe enti ye besre Ghana fo ye tu sansem ni nyina ngu ne ye hwe so na ye mo vaccine bi na o se ye hu se vaccine aboa ye mfitititi pa enya vaccine a enkaye nkwada ne bebre nyini amro 5 years measles polio virtually a thing of the past yenkwada nya bi o kire students kra dia wonya bi na dia demonstrate ya kire say na measles nti say na polio ni tie nti yɛbɛsrɛ Ghanafoɔ akeka no ɛyɛ adɔso mumie nya ne nhwɛ so ne enwo vaccine
Yamra nkrama mu ne na yɛni ɛmfa nkyerɛ Gan East ɛyɛ mansi ne mu ne nhwɛ ne nsɛm akɔso odan wani kyerɛ kura ɛfrɔ hachu ɛwɔ nkrama mu ha edwa yesi no afempem mienu no emu no sabre empanifo akobubu edwa no egu na dwadifo a ɛwɔ dwa no mu ɛkyerɛ sɛ empanifo ahyɛ mo amane bia no nso mu sɛ ɔmo de afidia bebisiwa sabre na ɔmo dwuri edwa no etugu
21 years ago ye beje shop omo de bo honom say shops for sale omo si market complex na ye ina ye kotuatua bi na ye gibi na ena ya wo honom a ye friend say omo demolish market no adan a omo saba be si me foforo na foforo me de na minim no say obi to dan mu kra na wutu na e wo say o ma ne mre kakra be 3 months bi no de pe baby mo yen sa time no nti sesi a mama ya sesa ye niema ba begu abonten ye hu ne ayenye ne aka ne agina hanom ne abo asa omo de be ball on the 15th of February which is 2 weeks ago minji nipo say 2 weeks cry eso and enti enura enom be start ye per lawyer and ye de call court now it's unfortunate say ndra ye call court no ye ntumi anye court ne ntumi anye ne ntama anye we nti omutu asam ne share that say 15th no ye fi court ne ba ye du hanom tese em say ye wo court honom kra na ye te say omo ebubu dan no covid dia be kra cha say ye nko ba bia ye se ma ye ko ba bia kra na me sa to yi fashion ho nyema ne asaba be gym store efi me nsam nti me de me nka abrabo ne ho biemu anamo a ye betu ne say ye percent ye ne omotena se na mo chere so e bia ye supermarket complex ni wi a mo de wom ye de be ma mo eno pe ana ye hia
ye ho abe 2 weeks ni eno mo de we be bo ho say omo tu ye before that no na ye tu anamo wo ho ye te so omo be bubu renovation e mama ye ma ye lawyer cross save omo letter say so omo be bubu a omo ma ye hu e kwan omo be fa so a so omo bubu no mo renovation wi a omo de ye be fa so up to date omo response the letter no said then it omo respond here and say what how on the 15th from me bo ho say omo be bubu market na pay ye wo ha so omo be bubu market ebinum nyama wom ene ade a obi ebebre kwentuma yi omo nyama omo bubu ni na ede egunu ye nim said then no because ya to ade ya de rent yo ya to efi assembly ni nche omo my receipt ndi say mo be bubu krampo a ye de ne say ye nka so aban be siesie krom ye ntimi nka say ma aban siesie krom e kwame na mo de ye fa so e de na mo na mutu amaye me hu say e bia mo si wie krampo mo be ma ebi mo si ye kwampa den na mo brede mo be ma ye hu say ni no mo ni aye eni sa na pe ho ho a o ma be bubu na ye nyama ebi kra nyama wo inside a o ma bubu market nti ye sa ban ni say o ma ye hu ni aye ye say as market no mo be si no mo ma sand ya de amaye ana say den no mo ye de o mo nkan bibia nkyere eni so ma bubu market no
demolition ye it's painful and the ni power dey abi obi ya painful but no kra no mo nkan hom omo kita stores anka squatters in the case chiro no omo ma ye omo containers and obi so omo ka chiro because say omo feel say ye mom 1 week pa they can take the assembly on say omo jidu mu say eno jira court here dey e ho no oba potema no bisa taxi driver for ni penifo wa omo be dey dance here a chiro say emna tintini a sankomodi na dey akoso we dey want me share ni perin na obe share omo leaders na onome din komo no so ade akoda wa ade ama omo it take 2 weeks do see 2 weeks no on take assembly on and to court ade no a big project ideally no I say and 1 year no I was say market the page and ho ade is your but ye nipa bibia timisi is the wish of the assembly they say and within 8 months there na kajumedi na ade aba enu tire fiti ase be ka kire sanka omo ya ho boaboa na nka bedu hai na ka nema na djuma ye ne na ka de anka ko down but omama nema delay ti nema was say ya share 6 months a enema go say the previous nya no e ma 6 months so de akolenim enti under 1 year de afi nyame adoma nko na wie de na hachu market no afa na to papa de infra
Kane domfrefo Emma MPP amanyo kuo no ewo America man mu eye Alhaji Muhammad Ali Suraj na oka kire Ghana for titiru ene ono ani nuanom nkramufo se sa vaccines ya bei ensem nkrofo ka efa ho no enye no kreda we ye de abase ye de wo na ama ahobambo aba
said you na amount for me fi say dia exercise it is very excellent. It is our hospital na we are na doctor say so na we is so simple and easy now expect to say said the amount for BNG na we will be able to so be say enya but na no say there we need be that ma wo but me buy no in fact abemu say a simple exercise name say wo a wotu ono okọ na obi kasa ma miska the story report nipa no ni ehu say obi wo ha obeso wo sai ade no my Ghana family Nkrumah beboa e age independent and then another social school free yare suaba ama oman nyina ati asese yen nyina yen kambo mi enko wo pane no and mesre Ghana for
maybe I know any of my national ID the national ID into I'm taking me particulars I'm feeling good form so we are no transfer go another form so I think COVID under the Ministry of What the Ministry of Health in India from all no and and taking long process I think the process is the production say who do ID card but now my feeling now I think and you very cover some ngofo e kanyama bebre what you say mestre say me communication as the education and when you see me I'm looking at the religious bodies because say the typical black man is very religious sometimes uti so kuka po chen uti wa wofo nti asofo no mo ko mo ngi mu education no
Ozafo yetwa ho ne agye nkrato ya boafo aba yeba yebeto anwumere kase bonuso
ya mama akwa aba fe yeto akase bono eso na yekọ emrahye bedwam appointment committee a mo mrahye bedwam e de atu edwase mampanyin nipa a wode omo bre omo se omo toto omo no hwe se aswafo adwuma no wo betimi aye na omo aye ne yie ana obi wo hompo na owo ho dada na se mfie na atwam no owo ho a wototo na nneoma bi oye ye omo bisabisa ene no omo kyese wo mo hwehwe mu no nipa dumiensa de wo mo de stamp osiso
Nipa du miensa 13 ene nei mrahye no appointment committee no ade ato omonim se yenji omuntumesi ase ya veti omo anwuso omo twa no betimi aye adwuma no ebi ene onmunyamfo Albert Kandapa oswafo behwe bambonsem so onmunyamfo Dominic Nitiu eye defense minister onmunyamfo Shelley Ayokobotwe ye foreign affairs minister onmunyamfo Dr. Yawose Educhum education minister onmunyamfo Oseche Mesabonsu ba behwe mrahye dwumedi awodoso onmunyamfo Dr. Poku Prempe anwodene so ena onmunyafo Dan Kwakubutwa swafo behwe nkronkitwa eni nkrase mpuntuo so wana ka ho bi eye onmunyafo Ambrose Derry efisem swafo onmunyafo Ignatius Bafo awua apadie eni nyuma swafo enono onmunyafo Sarah Adwasafo ema enkodani omanfo yedie no swafo Dr. Wusu Efie Akoto aduane ni kuaye swafo onmunyafo Mavis Awakumsen ono eba behwe nsumunam ne afarefo so ena onmunyafo Kodwo Oponkroma oswafo awohwe obo ensem so enipa bi etese onmunyafo Kodwo Oponkroma onmunyafo Mavis Awakumsen Dr. Wusu Efie Akoto die edom kuma no de omo anje omo antum
Nyame ya adoma edachna na eye main court ba time kese Supreme Court no edi abato ho nsem no eba beto dwane no na ne nsentrofo ne judge mpanifo ehia na owura yoni Kolindi lawyer ni no ginemu ekasa ma chief justice na no na chief justice somebody to dwa ekire se ba maimu mrahye bedwane adwumaye maimu nsentro adwumaye nsentrofo eya ade pa na umde osere se so de asemi ebetu dwa a obesrese se centrofo e kasafa asem no a adwenche de obi abetumi a kire esanse ye kire ye tufo anase ye moman ye hu nyoma e koso de ene adesua de centrofo ya ade pa ne so edu ba bi a e na ye kasa bi ni ade no entwe yi papa nti obesre se court no e de atemu ne ba centrofo nhwe ye kasa ene kwan a befa so aka nsema fa ho no ye nhwe ni yi.
And the reason we are here is to say that we are at a watershed. And God willing, tomorrow the court will speak. When judges speak, that's the end of our role. It's not our place to get into studios, into debates, into commentaries, and to explain. That responsibility falls to you as the anchors who take information out. So if you inform, you can also misinform. It's the responsibility of those of you as the media who educate. If you educate, you can miseducate. And that is why, you know, if country will do well, if we will go forward, if our cohesion will be maintained, a lot depends on you and the professional circumspection, introspection and reflection and care that you bring to bear on your role as the anchor that takes the information out. Let's be constructive, let's be proactive. And His Lordship has said, I should tell you that as trustees of the People's Power of Justice, we are willing and happy to be criticized. Criticize us as violently as you can, but for Christ's sake, don't insult us. Don't berate us. Don't speak hatred. Don't malign us. Don't, because like yourselves and the work that you do and the heart that you bring to bear on it is a similar responsibility. It's a similar consciousness with which judges embrace their work.
Tomorrow, an opportunity beckons for you to put the seal on what you have done so well. We do recall with excruciating pain the opportunity Asamoah had at the South Africa World Cup, in which he blew and caused many people to die and some to suffer heartache. We are praying that there will be nothing Asamoah about tomorrow's coverage of the judgment of the Supreme Court case. We want you to repeat or enhance the distinctive coverage of the hearings. We are inclined to believe that many of you will end up being lawyers because the skills you have demonstrated so far and the appetite to do your work convince us that you are good materials to join the bench and the bar. It is said that a journalist is as good as his or her last report or program. This reinforces the need for us to upgrade ourselves. So our appeal to you is that you should develop an unquenchable thirst and insatiable hunger to scale up your skills and your performance as journalists. Many are those who will refract every issue in partisan lenses. It is said that in Ghana, everything is either MPP or NDC, except perhaps the air we breathe. But as professional journalists, we expect you not to tell your stories in any sensational way or to achieve any partisan mileage.
Na was nsɛm ho na UTV ekɔ go so adwadifo na ɛwɔ hɔ na ma no ye ne omudi nkɔmɔ na ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ we de ɔmo sere MPP ne NDC yenim sɛ mo asɛm na akɔpie mu ɛwɔ Supreme Court asɛm no atemuafo ne bu awie a mo ma ne nsi hɔ a ne ma asomdwie ne mpuntu nkɔso wɔ man mu.
Yes sir, amanyofo sɛ nsɛm aya abato no ho nsɛm na ye bebu anasɛm no. Yes sir, mo sɛ party A na bɛkɔ sɛ party B na bɛkɔ obi anyintum ye de ye pa asomdwie ye pa ho tɔ a ye de bɛ yi adwuma ahwe ye mma eti obi anyintum na bibi anwie pɛye
abato no ho nsɛm na da hɔ no mo no ye de Ghana ha asomdwie na ye hwehwɛ de obenya bia ye ta na chi party party bio yɛsrɛ wo mu ɔmo fa asomdwe mmra ɔman mu ma yɛ ɛno ane hia yɛ
yɛsrɛ amanyɔfoɔ sɛ da yɛbɛbua asɛm no ɛyɛ da yɛawoada no baabi a ɛbɛkɔ biaa obiara nso no mu saa wo a ɛbɛkɔ ama wo so no susuhuru wo yɔnko ɛno anti na yɛsrɛ amanyɔfoɔ sɛ yɛsrɛ mo yɛasomdwe nti edwomfoɔ ma yɛasomdwe nti yɛsrɛ mo baabi a ɛbɛkɔ biaa momfa no saa
ati ni mienu NDC ni MPP mesrɛ nam Ghana asomdwe nti yɛbua asɛm na de yɛbɛkɔ biaa no yɛn nyinaa yɛmfa akoro yɛ ne wɔdɔ ne yɛnsom na yɛn nyinaa yɛnta de yɛbɛbɔ ne din so ɔno na yɛ president yɛnta n'akyi sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ bɛnya asomdwe wɔ Ghana nti yɛn nyinaa yɛde wɔdɔ yɛmfa nyɛ saa na Ghana ntumpɔn ma yɛ ne yɛntoa de aka nyinaa so yɛalɛ kɔdia ewuo yi so aba Ghana sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛka bɔ mu a yɛn nsa bɛsɔ yɛalɛ no ne yɛako atia no ma yɛalɛ no akɔ n'akyi ama yɛn nyinaa nya ahotɔ nti
wɔman Ghana yɛpɛ asomdwe efi sɛ yɛn no asɛm to yɛ sɛsi a yɛni baabi a yɛde yɛn ho bɛfa agye awurade enti abatoɔ no akyina ɛho nsɛm ba awieyɛ no sɛ bɛkɔ party A sɛ bɛkɔ party B sɛ bɛkɔ party C yɛsrɛ akyitaafoɔ no obiara nyintum ɛwɔ asomdwe kwan so ne wɔman Ghana ɛnhwie ngu kyɛnse foforom a nane amutu
yɛn mpanyinfoɔ no a yɛde yɛ asɛm adan wɔ mo no yɛnim sɛ ɔmo ni mo de eti na yɛde asɛm na yɛde akɔdaa wɔ mo eti yɛsrɛ yɛnwene ɔman Ghana ho kane na sɛ ɛkɔma party A ana party B a yɛsrɛ yɛn mpanyinfoɔ sɛ ɔmo bɛgye atum na ɔmo adwene yɛyɛ ho na ankɔfa wɔyɛ no bi anyɛ dɛ ama Ghana ɛsan sɛ Ghana ɛyɛ mene wɔ mo mienu Ghana sɛ ɔhaw to yɛ ato yɛ nyinaa yɛni baabi akɔ
awusia yenye aboafo nkrato a itoso mienu mbra
Okay, Nana, me shall say very free one more. COVID-19 vaccine, pania yewo, said the name share afa. Only saying, all right, before Nana Bebamuno, my main coming here, Mahama Honoma. I don't know how to switch it. Oh, Mama, switch it, you know, technical H, Kakre, and Mahama.